Hello, Ken Small here again, recognized educational professional facility planner and architect who's done some projects for the Clark County School District. I want to talk to you about some of the shenanigans that our school district is up to in wasting the taxpayers' money and taking money away from education and giving it to other sources. Now, as we all know, money is power and power is money, and money begets more power. And this is pretty much what drives any billion-dollar corporation. So we have the equivalent of a billion-dollar corporation in the Clark County School District. It's run by trustees, many of whom have no experience even running a small business and have no experience at all in educational facility planning. So they trust everything to a planning department, and then whenever the planning department brings something before the school board, they rubber stamp it. At least this is how it works in the public eye. What really happens is usually there are backroom deals, and communications is a violation of the Nevada Open Meetings Law where they make little side deals and agree to what's going to happen. Then they come out on the dice and they all rubber stamp whatever the facilities department brings forward. Now, there's only one way I know of to conduct an investigation, and I'm not a professional investigator, but let me tell you what I know from watching the TV, as I'm sure you all do. There's an easy way to figure out what's going on when billions of dollars are involved, and that's to follow the money. So, if you're a good parent like I am and you want what's best for your kid, you'll probably give the school district a little more money than they really ought to have just to make sure everything's okay. And in 1998, the school board came along and they put forth a good case for a $3.5 billion bond election. If you go to the LVRJ website, a lot of the articles that were posted at that time, or any of the other local newspapers, said that you're being asked to vote for $3.5 billion to build schools. Now, you're probably wondering, where did that $3.5 billion go, and was it well spent? Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is, out of the $3.5 billion that was authorized, somehow the trustees managed to get $5.1 billion. Now, wouldn't it be great if you could do that with your paycheck? Just go into your boss and tell him you want to make $1,000 a week, and then later on he'll wake up one day and realize that you got $1,500 a week, and the money is gone, and what is he going to do about it? As soon as you can figure out a way to do that, please let me know, because I know a lot of people who'd like to get involved in your process. But the school board, on the other hand, has all these little legal angles that they work and shenanigans that they play and rationales that they do to get from $3.5 billion that you thought you authorized to $5.1 billion, which is how many bonds they've sold and how much money they've got so far. So I think they've got about $1 billion stashed away, but you really can't pin them down on how much money they've got put aside to help bolster their power. But what I want to take a look at today is where the money went and was it well spent. And I guess you can well imagine, as an architect who designs schools, I would be the foremost advocate of spending a lot of money on schools. That's not really true. I'd like to see the money well spent on schools. And the money that we have left, I would like to see either spent on schools or given back, repaid to the bondholders. Because the way the money's been spent so far, squandered isn't even the word. So I'm going to take you out today and I'm going to show you 4 sites, and I'm going to talk to you about how money that was designated for schools has been used for other things. In some other school districts, the school money only goes to build the school. They buy the land for the school, they build the school, they build the playground, they build the parking lot, they build the sidewalks around the school, and then they send a notice to the county government or state or whoever does it, and they say, better build a road to our school because the school's going to be open in 2 years or 3 years, and when it is, that's when it's going to need a road to it. And so road building money goes to build roads. And then they call up, say, the cable company, and they say, cable company, we pay you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, every year. Let's face it, we've even got our own TV station, so we're really in tight with you guys. If you want to do business with this school, dig up the road, pay whatever you have to pay to bring the cable line to the school, and then we'll do business with you. We'll even enter into a 10 or 15 or 20-year long-term contract to pay market rates for service to our school, but we're not going to put in the infrastructure for the cable company and then have everybody else hook up to it. And then the same thing for the electric utility. Electric utility, if we have to pay, we'll be the biggest sports in the whole wide world. If we have to pay to bring electric cables and electric power from all the way in town 2 miles out to this badly selected piece of land that we bought, that's fine. But when other people connect to it, we need to be reimbursed. And then my favorite of all is the water authority. So water utility, you got two choices. We can bring a pipe out that's big enough just for the school, or if we bring out a bigger pipe that's big enough for lots of people, then when they connect to it, they'll pay their share. Well, that isn't happening. Doesn't happen at all. I have no knowledge of it ever happening. But I can't go and show you every school they've built in recent history, but what I do want to do is I want to show you 4 good examples. Now, as I show you the examples, the first thing is I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the big excuse, okay? So that you'll have heard it here first, and we like to call this the party line. So when you're talking to a school board member, they're going to repeat this party line